Can you take me high enough? Can you sign me over? Whoa, 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 whoa. All right, ladies, go.
All right, Kinks's health is in a complete death spiral.
Cakes is
There's just no
hell.
other way to put
Oh
it.
my goodness.
Yesterday,
What's
he
wrong with
put
him?
on 3 press conferences in the Oval. And I think, you guys, this is what I think is happening. He is so demented that he's like, let's do a press conference. And so they call the press pool and they get them all together. And everybody goes, sits down, and he talks about people leaving their garage doors open in Beverly Hills, people keeping their
What the
trunks
hell?
open in Beverly Hills because people are just like, you're going to take it anyway. Just come take all my stuff. All of this is lies. He
Kanks.
lies nonstop. The press doesn't cover it.
Come
And
on,
so
Kanks.
they just keep running in to cover all of these lies. And here's what comes out of this. So Philip Wegman says Trump is calling the press pool into the Oval Office for a 3rd time today. Never seen this before.
Okay.
Kara Lyon, KKK Levitt, says President Trump is the most transparent and accessible president in American history. They're having to cover up for him
Okay.
because I don't think he remembers that he did the first press conference. And I don't.
Hold it right here. This is IHIP news, man. All right. These ladies have had it. That's what it says. I have had it. Listen. All right. I love women, man. Especially snow bunnies, older ones. All right. Because my ass is old. Right. These women right here are sophisticated, man. They really are. Hey, for you guys that thought that I was down with Trump, man, come on, please. Are you serious? Allow me to let these 2 ladies speak on my behalf. All right? Go.
think he remembers that he did the second press conference. And I don't think he remembers that he did the third press conference because that's how advanced the dementia is, the cognitive decline. This is before I even get to the muffin top cankles, which is why
Oh,
we call him Kanks, and these
oh,
bruises all over his hands.
Well, I think the bruises all
really?
over his hands. I
Mm.
think that maybe because he didn't know he was going to have the press conference, he didn't have time to put the horrible makeup on it because it was marked. I mean, it was a bit, he looked like he was like, it was almost rotten. There were like sores in
This
it.
Well,
ain't
let me
good.
show you this,
Okay.
Pops.
This
Okay.
ain't
Here's
good,
Queen
Kanks.
Elizabeth II's hand a few days
Ooh.
before she died. And you can see the close up, and it has a bruise. And this
R.I.P.
is, she's up walking around, and a few days
R.I.P.
later,
to
she's
the Queen.
dead. All right. Now let's put up Kanks's hand.
I'm not. Oh.
Here's Kanks's hand in the Oval Office
Oh.
yesterday when he mistakenly does
Oh.
3 press conferences in a row, crammed with all of his cabinet behind him, doting on, looking at him, nodding their heads. And I can't help but think that there's something really insidious going on, that they keep telling him, oh, you're in charge, big guy. Let's go do another press conference. Sure, keep going, because I think Stephen Miller and others, Peter Thiel, Elon Musk, have massive plans because you're seeing an authoritarian ramp up right now.
Yeah.
You have them talking about taking over American
Yeah.
cities. Nobody shit talks this country
Like
as much as
MAGA.
MAGA does.
I told
If
you to
if
get
he were
ready for
just
J.D. Vance.
remotely as hard on Russia or Benjamin Netanyahu as he is on blue state governors, which are American cities, which are the economic hubs of our country, then we might still have a country. But everything that he says, he telegraphs, we don't have a country anymore. Why does he
Duh.
say that stuff? Because he doesn't want us to have the country the way we've had it before. But I think he's mentally off a cliff. The comparison between the Queen's hand and his hand, and then I think about what crazy ass Alex Jones says, 12 months. I think that might be too long.
Yeah.
Well, I'm wondering 2
Yeah.
things. What are your thoughts? I was thinking
Get
about
ready
this
for
because
J.D.
his
Vance.
health seems to be so frail physically. We know he's off the wall dementia, but his health is so frail. Do you think
It's
they've put
bad.
an accelerated timeline on this authoritarian
There's
takeover
no question.
because of his health?
Yes.
Yeah, and that's what I wanted to talk to you about. So let's play the tape through hypothetically here.
J.D. Vance is weak.
So let's say Kanks drops dead. All right. And then you've got J.D.
You
Vance.
ladies are bad.
And My question regarding this is,
That
are
dude
they
is
getting
weak.
all of these cities and militarizing so that they can, have this authoritarian takeover? Because Vance doesn't have the riz. And at
You don't
that
have the
point,
balls.
do members of Congress, Republicans, because they see that he doesn't have the riz to keep the cult together, do they
Cult.
start
That's what y'all are.
checking the
Okay.
executive branch? Do they do that? I don't know. I don't know
MAGA.
that I know that these people are in.
MAGA is a cult. It's not Republican. We don't have a Republican or a Democrat in office right now. We got a cult in there. It's called MAGA. Okay? Yeah.
Ambitious. I know that they're evil, but I don't know that they think through everything as well as they think they do.
My thought would be that because JD Vance has been so underhanded with Trump while he's been in office, that there's an argument to be made that MAGA, who are the king and queens of conspiracies, will then start saying, because right now everybody can actually see the kind of soft coup going on.
Mm-hmm.
Will MAGA turn against JD Vance, not recognizing how poor his health is?
Well, there's no question when he drops dead, if he's in office when he does, there will be conspiracy theories that JD Vance had something to do with it, or that when he was in the back of the beast with Vladimir Putin, Vladimir put some long-acting, handshake. Because, if you think about it, if I were a conspiracy theorist, I could go down this rabbit hole that all of these bruises and all of this stuff started popping up after Alaska. Did Vladimir Putin do something to him? He's notorious for poisoning people. So I don't know, but I know that MAGA will do that. But when I think about his physical decline on top of his mental decline, and then I turned on Legacy News this morning, and it is just like they're covering these batshit press conferences. Like, president signs executive order for this. There's no mention of him lying. There's no mention of the bruises on his hand. There's no mention of him militarizing the cities, trash talking Americans. There's no mention of any of that, which then I want to take you to look at these photos right here. Pop this up. Look at his eyes. Look at his hand. Look at how puffy and swollen his eyes are. And this is on top of.
And these ladies got you in the crosshairs, my friend. All right. That is not a good look, man. You look like an orange right now, man. I'm ready to peel you, dog, and squeeze you into a glass. Not kidding.
When you hear video of him, he sounds like he has marbles in his mouth, and he has no idea what on earth he is talking about. Okay, so then while he's doing these 3 press conferences, Pumps, somebody in the press pool asks him about an Israeli airstrike wherein they bombed a hospital and killed 20 people and 5 journalists. An attack on the free press. And you would think the president of the United States would be briefed on this, would immediately, have advisors surrounding him where they could talk about this.
Is good.
And here's how he answers the question.
Is real good.
To get your reaction, sir, the Israelis bombed
They
a
broke it off
hospital
in
in
your
Gaza,
ass.
killed 20
This one.
people, including 5 journalists.
When did this happen?
This happened overnight, today.
I didn't know that.
Any reaction to
What?
this? Are you
Well, I'm
going to
not
talk
happy
to
about
Prime
it.
Minister?
I don't want to see it. At the same time, we have to end that whole nightmare. I'm the one that got the hostages out. I got them out. All of them. Steve
Okay.
Witkoff is.
He had no idea that this happened. Number one, the press just informed him of it. It's his fucking job to know about this shit because we probably paid for the bombs that did that. And then he just sits there and lies and says he, Kanks, got all of the hostages out.
You ladies are so good, man. The way y'all are breaking this down. You're taking the words right out of my mouth. That's why I'm doing the reaction, man. This is so good, guys. This is so good. Oh, I love to see you women winning like this. Because that's what y'all are doing.
All of them. Which is all of this is completely goes unfact checked. Is it not alarming to the media at large that the president of the United States has no idea that Benjamin Netanyahu is continuing to bomb hospitals and kill journalists? And he finds out during one of his 3 press conferences / show and tell / arts and crafts hour at the Oval
period. I have two questions about this. I could go either way.
Yeah. Oh, Numbnuts is in here bragging about how much gold he's got in the Oval Office right now. Numbnuts, man. Are you kidding me? Ooh. I thought you was a bully, man. Okay? Your ass is weak in your old age. Okay? Now, I'm not going to say nothing about you leaving this planet. Okay? Because I don't wish that on nobody, man. Be honest with you. But we all got to do it. So let's just face reality. Ooh, this is not good. Okay, Mr. Donald, this is not good, my friend.
They told him and he's completely forgotten about it.
Yes.
And or they haven't told him because they know he's incapable of making any decisions and they just make the decision. Both scenarios are
bad.
profoundly disturbing.
Bad.
But here's the thing.
Bad guys.
He says the same thing about Russia. Well, I'm not happy about it. Okay, well, do something about it. Do something about Vladimir Putin. Do something about Benjamin Netanyahu.
He's incapable.
Nothing.
Weak.
But I want to point this out regarding
Weak.
his looks. I feel like his orange has turned kind of a yellowy color. And I've noticed with older people, when they're really sick, they kind of have a gray pallor. Put
True.
the orange on top, and that's kind of the color I'm seeing. Like, it's bad.
You never know with like
Bad.
filters with cameras and media and all of that, but he definitely, I mean, the bruising, the cankles, the swollen eyes, the 3 press conferences in a row, like a psychopath. And then he does not know these major geopolitical things that are happening with our taxpayer dollars. And somebody in the press pool, which they've cherry picked, sycophants to be in there, ask him about it. And then he lies and says, I released the hostages. I released all of them, which is a complete lie. And so when I turned on the news this morning, stupidly, I thought maybe the Chiron might say Trump lies and says he released all the Israeli hostages. Has no clue that Benjamin Netanyahu is bombing hospitals and killing journalists. This is a massive story. This is something Jake Tapper wrote an entire book about.
Yes.
And Joe Biden knew what was going on in terms of this, and furthermore was surrounded by competent people. Now, Joe Biden's stance on Israel, I didn't completely agree with, but the fact that he doesn't know this tells you that this MFer is the easiest guy to dog walk on the planet. Netanyahu's dog walking him and has told people in his administration to either keep it from him, or we all know from Trump 1.0, he's wildly uninterested in policy. He finds these meetings very boring, that oftentimes during Trump 1.0, the people who got out of it said that he was just sitting on Twitter the whole time and was not interested in foreign policy at all, which brings me to the issue regarding Russia and Ukraine. So he's asked this question in one of his three press conferences yesterday in the Oval. Play the clip.
Historic summit here with Ukrainian President Zelensky, European leaders all met here with you at the White House. You said you wanted to get this done bilateral as soon as possible. Have you spoken to Putin since last Monday?
I have.
What is your conversation? Or can you share?
Every conversation I have with him is a good conversation, and then unfortunately a bomb is loaded up into Kiev or someplace, and then I get very angry about it. I think we're going to get the war done. It's tough. I thought that would be, of the 7 that I settled, I thought that would be the easiest of the group. See, you never know what's going to happen.
Okay, here's the problem with this, you guys. I'm not only lying about, solving all these wars. He's incapable of deducing that Putin is manipulating him, despite CIA and massive military intelligence that has done psychological profiles that Putin is a former KGB agent, he is a dictator, he is a war criminal, he is absolutely going to know how to play you. But he says with a straight face, I don't get it. I'm talking to him on the phone and he's super nice and we get along great. And then the next thing I know, he's bombing Kyiv. And the fact that nobody around him or that he doesn't realize that we are getting played by Russia because he's so stupid and because
it's so obvious that we're getting played by Russia. And Putin, I told you guys he was sucking up to Putin, man, because Putin got so much money. You guys, y'all know what time it is. All right. These ladies are so good. I need y'all to go check out their channel and subscribe to them. These ladies are good. They're really good. And we want these ladies to keep coming out to us, man. So I'm going to start reacting to their stuff too, man. Okay, y'all know what time it is. This is a reaction channel over here. All right? Fair use, by the way. Yeah. But while we're talking about it, you guys get in the fart box, man. Subscribe to my channel. Hit that like button. Leave all of your comments about Cankles here, about Mr. Kanks. All right? And let's get something started here, man. It's time to take our country back. All right? Listen, this has been a good one. All right? And y'all know what to do. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.